Hey everyone, so this is a review for this book, Black Hand Gang from the No Man's World series by Kelleher. And if you hear any clicking, it's Ellie in the background. She's on the laptop doing things she shouldn't be. I don't know if you can see Milo lying in the back. Milo! There he is. So yeah, we've just spent the morning tidying and, I spent the morning in bed reading. While Ellie was just being annoying. And, so I managed to finish this book. Again, this is Black Hand Gang by Kelleher. That's how you say it. This is a book put out by Abaddon Books, which I think are a UK imprint. And it is classed as a sci-fi. It is a story about the Pennine... I don't know how you say it because I'm not army, but the 13th Battalion of the Pennine Fusiliers during the First World War, which, according to this book, because they're not real, and we join them a couple of nights before they go over the top, and we get to hear all about them, meet a few of a small platoon of people, some really cool characters in it, and basically we follow one guy called Atkins, who goes over the top with the rest of his mates. And they're on no man's land and they're fighting and they're ducking. Oh no, I got that wrong. I forgot that bit. They're sent to do a reconnaissance thing. Stop looking at me back of my head. They're sent to do a reconnaissance thing and set up for a big attack on a woodland outpost of German gunners. And in the middle of the night they go out. Something happens and they don't manage to do what they're meant to do. But the next day they go over the top. And they get into one of these big craters from bombs or mines or something. And they're hunkering down in it, keeping shelter. And then there's the yells of gas. So they all put on their gas masks, like on the front cover. And gas hoods, I should say. And everything goes dark and foggy. And they just assume it's because of the gas. And the guy we're following, the main character, he passes out. And when he wakes up, everything's the same, it's fine and that. He wakes up, the gas is dispersed, it's still the Somme, still the battlefield, still no man's land, still muddy, corpsey, bloody. And he goes back to his entrenchment. The first thing he notices is there's no shooting. Doesn't understand what's happened. Either there's been some kind of truce has broken out or something. And the first thing he notices after the guns have settled down is that their horizon has changed. It's lush greenery and mountains and hills and just complete contrast to the Somme and battle-weary Europe, and they don't know what to make of it. And as you go through the book, you learn more about it, and I can't get into more in this part of the review because that's the spoiler-free bit. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, check it out. There's some occult and some alienness to go ahead. But yeah, so if you don't want to know any more, check the book out and don't watch any more. Okay, spoiler-filled bit. So basically, they find out that a circle of the Somme, I can't remember the width, but quite a big circle, and 900 men within that circle have all vanished from the Somme and appeared on this alien world. This is everything up from the 900 men in the trenches, to some nurses, and one tank regiment, and a bomber in the air who was flying in the air when it happened. And yeah, so they find out after doing rudimentary map tests and things that they're on a different world. It's not Earth anymore. And as the story continues, they meet some wacky creatures that live on this world, fruit that is out to kill them, these like fly trap things that have... They go through a forest at some point and they find a glade in the middle of the forest, and as they go they can see this tree in the middle and it's got these like fruits hanging from it. So they go to get the fruit, and touching the fruit triggers these massive thorns to come up in the middle of the glade, and it impales a few of the men, and they find out that the whole of the glade is part of this giant like fly eater kind of plant. There's these massive three-legged giraffe-like creatures. There's these giant flying manta rays that have beaks. And then they find some native men. and they find out that these men, and then they find that there's these tyrannical species of insect aliens that rule this world. There's also a member of the team who is kind of really into the occult, and he's doing some weird stuff as well. But yeah, I absolutely devoured this book. It's taken me 4 days, Ellie?
3 days.
3 days to get through it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm not one for war stuff, but what I really enjoyed the most about this book was the sense of friendship and camaraderie with the soldiers. They not only did they kind of like take the piss out of each other and stuff, but you can tell there's real friendships there, and they do look out for each other. And yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and I would heavily recommend it. There is another 2 out in the series, so I'll be picking them up, and I'm sure there'll be reviews of them too. So cheers for watching this review, guys, and I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, bye.